Let's look at some interesting cards for our commander decks. Soldevi Adnate, 2 mana, 1 and a black, creature, human, cleric, 1/2. Tap. Sacrifice a black or artifact creature. Add an amount of black mana equal to the sacrificed creature's mana value. I like this card in any deck that wants to sacrifice creatures that have a mana value, of course, but I especially like it in a reanimator strategy, because the creatures in our deck typically have a high mana value that we want to cheat into play with our reanimation effects, but we also want to be able to sacrifice them to put them back in the graveyard to use them again. And that mana can help us cast our reanimation spells, especially the bigger ones, and it's also useful for getting any of our reanimation targets that are stuck in our hand onto the battlefield. So give this one a try if you like sacrificing creatures and generating mana. Waterfront Bouncer, 2 mana, 1 and a blue, creature, merfolk, spell shaper, 1/1. Blue, tap, discard a card, return target creature to its owner's hand. As some of you may know, I love spell shapers, but the discard is a bit of a turnoff for some people. When they see that cost, they immediately check out, not interested at all in a card that requires me to give up a card to use its ability, in addition to the mana cost. If you're a deck that cares about the discarding, then it might be useful there. But even if you don't, just think about it like you could take any card in your hand and turn it into the spell you need, in this case, Unsummon. And since this sits on the battlefield, it acts as a deterrent, and the threat of activation will make your opponents think twice before messing with you. Or you could bounce your own creature to your hand to save it. This is a card I wanted to mention since very early on in the series, so you should give it a try. It plays a lot better than it reads. Nexus of Becoming, 6 mana, artifact. At the beginning of combat on your turn, draw a card. Then you may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand. If you do, create a token that's a copy of the exiled card, except it's a 3/3 golem artifact creature in addition to its other types. 6 mana might seem like a big investment up front, but the turn we play this, we'll go to combat, draw a card, and then we can cheat any artifact or creature onto the battlefield by exiling it and making a token copy of it. While exiling the card is a downside, being able to make a token is useful because we can use it with token doubling, or we could use it with something like Populate, which allows you to create a token copy of a creature token you control. This means you can run into some fun situations where you've turned an artifact that's not normally a creature into a creature, and now you can make copies of it. Just be mindful that on its own, the artifact creature token that was created from an artifact will not have haste, so if it has an ability to tap, you won't be able to tap your mana rock that you turned into a 3/3, for example. Overall, this card has so many use cases, whether you care about having specific tokens on the battlefield or you want to cheat things into play. Martyr's Cause, 3 mana, 2 and a white, enchantment. Sacrifice a creature. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to any target this turn, prevent that damage. This card works as a great onboard deterrent, especially for large amounts of damage, because our opponent isn't going to be able to take us out with that Voltron Commander or that giant burn spell as long as this is on the battlefield and we have a creature to sacrifice. And because you sacrifice the creature, you can declare blockers, have your creature block, sacrifice it to this effect, and then prevent the damage of another creature attacking you. So you could effectively block 2 creatures from dealing damage, as long as the first creature didn't have trample, of course. So not only is this a free sacrifice outlet, which is always a great thing, but we can also use this politically because it doesn't say the damage has to be dealt to us, so we can protect another opponent if it's beneficial. Krinko's Buzz Crusher, 4 mana, 2 and 2 red, artifact creature, insect, thopter, 4/4. Flying Trample. When this creature enters, for each player, destroy up to 1 non-basic land that player controls. For each land destroyed this way, its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. I've mentioned this card before in my video about the importance of being able to destroy lands in Commander, because this card can destroy the best land from each player, and you can even destroy your own land if that's something you want to do. But what I like most about this card is it's not mandatory for you to destroy anyone's lands, so if there's one person with a problematic land, you can just destroy that land, and you don't have to worry about, oh, sorry, I had to destroy your command tower because I don't have anything else to target. And of course, it replaces the lands you destroy with a basic land, so they shouldn't be too salty about it if you do destroy their good lands, but yeah, I would probably avoid destroying color fixing lands. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these cards and any other underplayed cards you enjoy using. Be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.